everyone and welcome back. So today I'm actually going to talk to you guys about my October favorites. There's not that many products, but the few things that I have are pretty good and I hope you guys really enjoy. So if you'd like to see the things that I absolutely loved for the month of October, then just keep watching. There were a couple of things I was not overly impressed with. One thing I flat out don't like, and two things that are sort of in the middle. So we'll go through those few things first just so I don't forget, and then we will go through my absolute favorites. So the first item is the thing I just flat out don't like. I have mentioned this before, pardon me, but I did buy two of them and I thought I would try the second one just to make sure it wasn't like the first one, just in case I got a dud the first time. It is the Rimmel 24-hour Colour Precise liquid eyeliner. This is the black one. They released them also in white and blue. Now I thought this would have been a great idea. The brush is super long and you can create a really nice line with it, and it does stay for quite a while. The only problem I have with this is it looks blue, like it's not black enough. It literally looks blue, and I've tried this now with over the top of eyeshadow. I tried it over the top of a glitter, like glitter metallic eyeshadow. I've tried it just over with my eye primer. I even tried using my concealer that I like for an eye primer, the Colourpop one. I tried using this just with that. I've tried it with other eyeshadows. It does not look black. Like, it comes out nice. It's not patchy or anything, but it's just not black. It looks blue. So I'm actually going to throw this out. Normally, with this being the price it was, which was like, okay, I think I paid like $6 for them. Full price, they're like $13, $14. So normally I would not throw this out, but eyeliners are not something I would give to other people. And I don't know anyone that would like this because it's just not black enough. So I was super like shocked because I tend to have really good experiences with Rimmel products. Their foundations are like the best that I use all the time. I love them. Their Stay Matte powder is one of my favorites and things like that, but this is a nice eyeliner. The only issue I have is that it's not black enough and that a lot of your eyeshadow will also like clog up on the tip. Another product that I like but I'm not blown away by is the Australis Fierce Eyes Volumizing Mascara. Now this is a nice mascara and it works. It's really nice. It stays all day. It's super black. However, for it being a volumizing mascara, it's not as volumizing as what I thought it would be. And some volumizing mascaras do lengthen, but I found that my lashes do not get lengthened very much at all, and it doesn't make them super thick. So this is a nice mascara, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if I'd repurchase it again because it doesn't have that like wow factor that a lot of my mascaras tend to have. I've tried layering this with my Urban Decay mascara and my Aldi one, and all of those ones seem to be more volumizing, not lengthening. I like both, but this just doesn't have that wow factor like a lot of Maybelline mascaras. I can just pile them on and it can look like I've got false lashes on. I don't even need to put falsies on. It's like dramatic enough, but this, I can't quite build it up to that. However, it is a nice mascara. I don't regret buying it, but I don't think I'll buy it again. This is what the brush looks like. It is super big and it's plastic. A lot of people probably wouldn't like that. I personally don't care which one it is, but that's what it looks like. The third product and final one that is in my not so good range is something that really disappointed me because I have been wanting to try it for so long, and I actually bought this on my birthday because I saw it was on like a major clearance for $5. I don't know if it was because they're getting rid of the brand from Priceline or what, but this is the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Full Coverage Concealer. I heard so many good things about this, that this is basically a dupe for the MAC Pro Longwear, and I thought, well, if it is, that's going to be great because my MAC one is like half empty, so I'll buy this, blah blah blah. I have to say I can see why this is very similar to the MAC one, not just in the packaging but the formula itself. However, I much prefer the MAC one. This looks really super heavy under my eyes. Under my eye area, in particular here and right down here, I have basically what's classified as chicken skin. So I've got really big like bumps under my eyes, so everything looks really super dry, and this just didn't look dry, but it just emphasized every bit of bump and texture. It actually creased pretty bad, and it wasn't as full coverage as what my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer is. Under my eyes are pretty bad, so when something says it's full coverage, I sort of, don't know, just don't listen to it a bit. I bought this because Taylor from The Taylor actually said she liked it a little bit. I got the shade light slash pale, and this is not very light slash pale. This is in fact possibly even slightly too dark for me to use on my face, but when I mix my white powder in, it's fine. But I had a little bit more high hopes for this because people said it was like amazing and that it's like the best thing compared to MAC Pro Longwear, but it did not live up to the name at all. This is my first Physicians Formula product, by the way. I will continue to use this just because I bought it, even though I only paid $5 for it, but I won't be repurchasing. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the products that I did like. I'll go through the few non-makeup items and then I will go to the makeup, which is the main part of the video. So the first thing is I have been doing yoga a little bit. I've only done it a couple of times this month just because I'm trying to slowly ease myself into it, because I really cannot do most of it at all. Parts that use your legs and things, really, like, it's a struggle. But we thought it would be a good idea for me to start yoga. So I got a yoga mat, and it is this beautiful green. It was like $2 or something, a big W, but I love the color. But the yoga mat's really nice, and it comes with these like 2 straps that I can just roll it up with. I put it back under my bed, that's where it lives, and it's actually really super nice. Kind of cheap, but it doesn't really matter. I can repurchase one if it breaks. It seems to cling to my carpet fairly well, doesn't slide around. But I have a yoga mat, so it's just this green. It comes in other colors. My mum has a pink one, even though she doesn't do yoga. But it came in purple and that as well, but I like the green. To go along with that, we actually have 2 yoga DVDs. Now the other one I don't use at the moment. It's Yoga for Weight Loss, and it is too advanced for extreme beginners who have like no flexibility. So I've tried that one, but I haven't been able to get through like a quarter of it. It's too quick and things like that for me to do it. But there's this one, which is Yoga for Beginners. Now they're both by the same like brand type of thing. This one has 2 different programs. Hatha, which is to increase flexibility and dissolve stress, and Flow, which is build strength and stamina. Now I can't remember which one I do, but there's one that requires you to use like a band. You could use a belt, you could use a towel. I actually use my TheraBand because I find that I will stretch that out at the same time, and that will help as well. And then there's the other one that's you just require a mat. But this one's really good because it's a bit slower, and this one's like really super basic as well, and I can actually do most of the poses that are in here in some way. This guy sort of teaches you like if you need to bend your knees for something, it's okay, things like that, whereas the Yoga for Weight Loss, it's like don't bend your knees, don't do this, don't do that. So this one is a little bit better because the guy's a bit slower. He's really calm to listen to. He's really good. I did about 20 minutes, half an hour of my own yoga this morning from things I have found and Googled. But this afternoon, I think I might actually put this DVD on again. I have my TV. I actually just twist it so it's facing me because it's like technically just facing straight ahead at the moment. I put this on, I turn it up so I can hear it, and then I listen to it. So it's really, really good. Because it's raining today, I can't actually go out for a walk because I'm so worried about falling over. So yoga is a good thing, so I can get some exercise done while it's like raining, or if it's too hot to go outside, there is something I can do at home because sorry, that was my throat. Most of my exercise was done through walking, which required me to be outside, which is hard when it's going to be like 40 degrees soon. So yoga is just, and it's very calming, and it's going to help with flexibility, it's going to help with my muscles and everything else. So yeah, thought I'd try it. I tried a new hair mask, and this one it's very different in my, like how it feels in my hair, But this one is the Garnier Fructis Nourishing Banana Hair Food. I actually saw Taylor, again from the Taylor, tried this and she said she didn't like it, but I thought I'd pick it up because anything that's slightly more natural my hair actually really likes. So this one has 98% biodegradable formula, it's dermatologically tested, it's got vegetable oils, it's got no silicone, no paraben and no artificial colours. It's an intense conditioner for dry hair. I've used this 4 times. I'm trying not to use as much of it because these are a bit expensive, but I actually really like this. First off, it smells really good. It smells like banana and soap. Like if you had a banana soap, that's what it smells like. But the difference in this is this makes my hair feel like it's naturally soft. Not like when I use the Schwarzkopf hair mask that I like, or even the Reject Shop $2 one, even my Tresemme conditioners that I love. It's sort of like, the only way I can describe it is like they are why my hair is soft. Whereas when I use this hair mask, it's almost like, yeah, my hair's naturally soft. Like, it's not the hair mask that did this, my hair's just naturally like it. So it's really nice. I've actually tried this in my hair dry as well. So I've tried this once in my hair when it's dry and 3 times in the shower. I have to say it is probably a bit better for me to use it on my dry hair. Hair masks in general are better for me to use on my dry hair, but I have used this in the shower and it's really nice. It actually comes in a big tub, so it's 390 mils, so this will last me a bit longer. I don't use a hair mask every time I wash my hair now. I found that was actually being too much, and that's why my hair was getting very heavy and lank and I was like needing to wash it a bit more. So I use a conditioner every time, except for the times I use a mask, which I may use this once a fortnight now because I do use a hair oil and other things, and that kind of keeps my hair healthy as well. But they had about 3 or 4 others in this line, but I think I'll just repurchase this one. It's actually really good. And my last item is actually these Bic Soleli Razors. I am using one, the pale pink one in the bathroom at the moment, so that's in my drawer. But these are the Soleli Twilight ones. They're 3 blades, smoother shave, scented handles, which I believe it's lavender. Yes, lavender scented. After about the 2nd or 3rd use, you can't smell it anymore. This dark pink one here, I actually had to take it and sterilize it because my mum actually decided to use it, even though they're mine. So I'm still debating whether or not I actually have to throw that one out because she's obviously used it and there's stuff stuck in it, so I don't know if I can clean that. But basically these are like the best razors I've used, and I've tried a fair amount, and these when they're on sale are like $2 something, so I thought they're really nice. And they work for shaving my legs, underarms, everything. So yeah, it's just really good. I find that my legs actually are a heck of a lot smoother after using these razors rather than any other razor I've used, and I don't really cut myself as much when I use these, but yeah, they're really nice. I'm going to move on to the makeup items, and these two are probably no surprise, but they are the 2 Kathleen Lights palettes. They were in my September favorites as well because it's just they were nice, and like I liked them, and I was only using them. I'd only use them like 5 times when they were in that favorites video, but pretty much every time I've worn makeup since I bought these, I have used these. There's been a couple of makeup tutorials and get ready with me's on my YouTube that I didn't use these, and the only reason why I didn't use these was so I could switch it up. But this one is the Zodiac palette. I'm actually wearing a mixture of both palettes today. So I'm sorry, my hand's not big enough, so I'm going to hold this upside down. So I used the Libra as like my transition shade. My crease shade is in the Dream Street palette. What else? My eyeliner is the Virgo. It's like smudged eyeliner, the Virgo mixed with another shade in that palette. And then I also used the Cancer, which is the colour that's on my lid at the moment. So those are the shades I used in that one today. And then in the Dream Street, my crease shade is Elfish, that like purple shade. Elfish is also what I mixed with the Virgo for my eyeliner. My lower lash line is Water Bearer, with that mixed with the brown like smudged in my lower lashes. My brow bone highlight is Moony. I can't use that on my inner corner. It looks like it's super pale and like really nice, and I can use it on my brow bone, but like when I put it on my inner corner, it almost turns looking like that color on my inner corner for some reason. It's not brightening at all, but it's like a gorgeous formula. So it's under my brow bone for a bit more of a subtle glow. But other than that, that's it for the colors I'm wearing today. But basically I have worn these colors non-stop. Like last weekend, sorry, I took them to my dad's, even though I didn't actually end up using them, but they are gorgeous. The only issue I have slightly is the Virgo shade in this one is very slightly hard to blend out. I have to use a dense brush in order to really get it to blend, otherwise it will look a bit streaky and patchy. But other than that, these shades are amazing. The shimmery shades, so like for example Aries, Leo, Cancer, Gemini, I have to use these like with a Maybelline color tattoo underneath. I used the pink one today under the Cancer shade. These ones, for some reason, they just don't work as well on their own. They're a little bit like not as pigmented. It's like you need the base to be pigmented, and then these, it's not that they're not pigmented, you just need a base underneath. Like I've tried doing a cut crease and then like just sticking the gold shade over the top, and it looks nice, but if you put a base underneath as well, it looks even better. So that's what I usually do with all of these anyway. And just I've even tried them with Fix Plus by MAC and things like that, and they do work best with a base underneath of them. That's also the shimmery shades in this one as well. You can use them without a base underneath, definitely, but if you want that full maximum pigment, it's best to go with that. Pretty much the only colour in this palette I haven't used now is the Pisces. I'm really waiting for a day I can just like do a super intense bold look with that. I was going to try and film a look this weekend using that shade, but I did like a spring look instead, and I started to pre-film some of my Christmas videos. So I've done a blue look recently as well, so I didn't want to be doing too many blue looks at once as well. I might just do the look off camera, but the Pisces shade was calling my name, but I've refrained. I also used a bit of the Scorpio just on my outer corners, just a bit as well. Dream Street for me now is almost like the perfect everyday palette. I pretty much use this shade here, which is Shooting Star, as like a transition shade every day. And then if I want it to look more brownish, I'll put Elfish in my crease. Or if I want to make it really warm, I'll put Potion. And even if I want to make it look neon, I'll use Spark, or I'll mix Potion and Spark, or I'll use this as my transition shade. Really in here, the only colour I haven't used is Mermaid Boy and Kaleidoscope. I haven't really used those at the moment, but other than that, I've used all the shades in here. These are just amazing, and they really make me want to buy more Colourpop palettes. I have a nail polish here that I've owned for years. It was one of the original nail polishes I ever bought to start my collection, and I have just fallen in love with it all over again. I haven't worn it in like a year and a half, even more, and it just really like took my eye the other day, and that is what I decided to use. It's my Essie nail polish in the colour Playdate. This was the first one I bought. I also have the colour Chinchilli, and I really love the Essie ones. The only problem is they're like $16 a bottle, and $16–17 a bottle, whereas the Sally Hansen ones I use are like $7 a bottle. So I can buy two of them for like under the price of one of these. But I do really like Essie. I did really just buy two of them when they first came to Australia because like Essie was the brand to use, but this colour really caught my eye, and it's on my nails now, and I actually wore it again like at the beginning of the month, and I just love it. I love this purple. It's just that middle range purple where it's not lilac, but it's not a deep royal purple. It's just a nice like shiny cream finish. Lasts for quite a while on my nails. It actually dries fairly quickly too. So I just absolutely fallen in love with this colour again. I finally found a way I can actually get some use out of the Colourpop concealer. So I can use this as an eyeshadow primer. It actually sets down and makes it I can use it as an eye primer. My stuff doesn't blend out as easy as it normally does when I use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, but if I am trying to do an affordable look or something like that, or a cruelty-free look, then I've got my Colourpop concealer. This one is in the shade Fair 2. I also have figured out a way I am able to use this underneath my eyes. So I will mix this with the Focallure Big Cover Concealer. This is the darkest shade in medium beige. I actually bought this to use when I'm self-tanned, and I do mix the lightest and the darkest shade depending on how tan I am. But this shade is like too pale as well for me to use when I'm like fair as heck. So I mix them together. This is like a matte concealer, and this has got coconut oil, so it's super dewy and hydrating. Mix them together and it is like the most amazing thing. This makes it like last all day. I don't have problems with my concealer fading or anything. It's my foundation that will dissolve and move. I've never had problems with my concealer under my eyes, but I can't use this on its own because it just, color aside, it's just too dry. Like it adheres to that like chicken skin type of thing, and this is like too illuminating and it like highlights it. So mixing them together, it sort of is getting the best of both worlds. Still doesn't look the absolute best, but it's pretty much the only way I get to use the Colourpop concealer. Otherwise I would not be able to use this at all, and I really want to be able to use it because it is really nice coverage and it blends in really well. So I actually have figured out a way to use it. I have a new favorite lipstick. It is from Maybelline. It is the like matte color Sensational range. It's 535 Purely Nude. I bought this because it is a really nice and pale nude shade, and it's a matte. Most of my Maybelline lipsticks, actually all of them except for this, are like just the regular cream finishes, and I love Maybelline lipsticks, and I had never tried their matte range before. So this was on sale in like a clearance bin for like $5 at Big W or something, so I picked it up. I cannot use this on its own as it is way too like pale and peachy, but it is amazing for mixing in with other colors. It's not like that Essence lipstick where it's basically white. This is like I can mix the tiniest bit of, for example, even Elf Matte Lip Color in Praline. I can mix the tiniest bit of that in with this and it creates the perfect nude. So this is the base for my like perfect nude shade, and because it's a matte, I find I can mix it in with most other colors. Yeah, you wouldn't look at it and think, geez, it's way too pale, but it is. If it wasn't as peachy, if it was slightly more beige, I think it would be nicer. But this is the basis for most of my other nude lip colors. I also have another favorite combo, and it is a liquid lipstick and lip gloss combo. It is the Colourpop Ultra Matte Lip in Midnight Snack with the Ultra Glossy Lip in Fairy Floss over the top. So I love this ultra matte lip, but sometimes it's a little bit too dark or a little bit too orangey peachy for what I like, and I'll mix in the gloss over the top and it is gorgeous. The matte liquid lipstick makes the lip gloss last a lot longer. This adds hydration to this, plus this lightens it, and it's just really nice. They work together really well. In the tube, they almost look like they are the exact same shade, but this dries to be quite a lot darker, but I really like it. I'm actually wearing the lip gloss today over my e.l.f. matte lip color in Natural, but this lip gloss has become one of my favorite lip glosses, but this combo has become one of my favorites that lasts quite a while. And my last items are actually these glitter eyeliner things. I'm pretty sure I've put these in favorites as well before. I actually have two new shades. I bought the blue and the orangey copper shade. But the other day I filmed, it's not up yet, but I filmed one of my Christmas looks that I'm going to do, and basically I did thick black eyeliner and put these glitters over the top, and I used all four of these because I could not decide which one I wanted to use in my Christmas look because all four of these just scream out Christmas. But I've got the orange and the blue as well. There's 10 of them and I've got 6, so I imagine out of the other 4 I will like them as well. There's a purple, there's a pink, I think there's another type of a gold, and I can't remember the other one. I am going to buy them. I just wanted the blue and the orange first. But if I use glitter, these are the things I'm going to use, because basically it is super easy. You just unscrew it, paint it on, put the thing back in, tighten the lid, and there you go. The only thing is these do take freaking forever to dry, so I will need to sit there and like fan my eye, and I do need to use one, like do one eye at a time. But other than that, these are like amazing, and they don't come off. I don't get the glitter falling down my face. I've never tried like loose glitter or anything because these were invented, so yeah. I mainly buy these on Wish, and this type, which is the one with the gold lid, I believe these are the Hand Yan brand. There are other brands that do these like chunky glitters with other colours, but I'm just buying these ones up first. But if I use a glitter, it's these, and they actually work really well. They don't fall off, they don't burn my eyes, they do actually dissolve fairly easy with just like makeup remover, micellar water type of thing. They're easy to use, and they're actually really cheap. So if I lose one of them, if I break one of them or something like that, they're really easy and cheap to get. So on Joom, I actually bought the orange and the blue one on Joom, and they were only $1 each. Whereas on Wish, I have to pay like $4 each because you have to pay for shipping. On Joom, you only pay for the product, so I paid like $1 each for them, so I think that's where I might buy the rest of them. But they're just absolutely gorgeous, and the colours are super bold, and they come off like looking like this. So if you paint the green on, it's going to come off looking like bold green, not like, you know, pale prissy green. So if I use glitter, it's going to be these. Alright guys, so that is it. That is my October favourites. Thank you so much for watching. My camera actually really needs charging, so I shall go in a second. All of these products will be listed in the description box down below, as well as my social media sites. You can go and check those out. You can hit the subscribe button that's in the corner down there or there. I can't remember which way it is, but you can hit the subscribe button. That would be very much appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.